Hi everybody and welcome back to Memaw's Crafts and Chaos. I'm Kimberly and today is Froggy Friday and I want to try something. It's probably been tried before, who knows, because it's kind of hard to watch everybody's channel. I do watch quite a few of them and everybody has great ideas, and especially on the Froggy Friday collaboration, the frogs that people come up with are just out of this world. Anyway, so I just want to kind of do, I don't know, I want to just use some random things and see what we come up with. So I have the Marabou alcohol ink. This is the gold, the glitter pink green gold. And then I just have some pink, the magenta in the Marabou, and then the pink metallic in the Marabou. And then this is, I get this off of Temu. It's Starry Sky Purple. And then I got this off of Temu also. It's called Aurora Borealis Pink. So I thought maybe, I got some resin mixed up here. I put it at 4 different cups here. I thought maybe we would just make some concoctions and just like put them in and see what we come up with. It might come out horrible. It might come out awesome. Who knows? But I just want to kind of see what we come up with. First of all, I want to get the colors that I want mixed up. I do want some clear in 1 cup. Probably not that much. Let's take one of these and we'll put it in a different cup just so we have a little bit of clear. Because I think what I want clear first. I know usually what you do is you put the clear in and you let it cure. I don't want to do that. This time I'm just going to put the clear in, and then we're just going to drop these different colors into that clear and just see what we get. Like I said, somebody's probably already tried something like this. I don't know, but we're going to play. As Lula always says, let's go play. I love it when she does that. She's so freaking cute. That's Lula from Nerd Goblin Art. Anyway, so I think what we'll do is we'll put some of this. This is the Aurora Borealis pink. Like I said, got this from Temu. We're just going to put some of that in one. Get us a little stick here. Stir this up. It's kind of cool. It does do like a really fun, like Aurora type thing. You put a lot in, it gets more whitish with the colors running through it. The less you put in, the more kind of Aurora look you'll get. I don't know, but anyway, this kind of turns white, but you can kind of see the different shimmers in there. It's really kind of fun. Anyway, I thought we'd do that in one of them. And then let's just do some plain magenta in one. Shake them up good. And then, of course, it's going to spit on you when you open it because that's alcohol ink. I actually got this set that has these on it. I got them from Little Windows. And they send these little pokers with it. And then you get to keep the, you know, they send enough little pokers for each bottle, which is really kind of cool because then you always have the poker in there. And I can't get, I need a paper towel and it wasn't wanting to come off. Okay, so let's wipe this stick off. Let's not, I don't want to get a million sticks out. See what happens. I'm excited to be back on Froggy Friday. I took some time off because I was doing our city, you know, everybody has their different little celebrations for July, and our city had theirs, and they have like vendors and car shows and all kinds of stuff, lots of food and just different things, and I was a vendor there. It was an outdoor one. And if you ever do an outdoor one, you want to definitely have, you know, especially if you're doing resin. If you're doing other stuff, it's not that big of a deal. But if you're doing resin or any kind of stuff that doesn't like the heat, I have a little portable cooler, and I had it running in my tent at the event, which helped keep all my resin stuff cool. So you'll definitely, you know, if you're going to do an outdoor event with resin, I would get, if you don't have a little portable cooler, I would get you one. I kept lots of water on hand, so my cooler was constantly, you know, I'm not digging that. For some reason, it's just giving me a brown vibe. Anyway, kept my cooler nice and cold, kept my tent nice and cold, kept me nice and cool. Oh, I don't know about that. Deep in that cup, it's giving me like a brownish vibe. I'm not digging that color. We're going to have to figure out what we can do to change that. I'm not liking that. Okay, this one, maybe what we should do, maybe, because maybe what we could do is we could just drop, like, the metallic, I don't know. I wonder what would happen if we added the metallic to this. Let me get this shook up really well. Because, you know, metallics will settle down in the bottom, so you want to make sure they're good and shook up. All right, let's see if we drop the metallic in there, what will happen. We're going to put kind of a lot in, see what happens. Yeah, that looks a little better. Kind of gave it a fun look. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's a little better. For some reason, that was giving me brown vibes. I wasn't digging that at all. Let's see. What does it look like on the paper towel? Oh, it's actually kind of pretty on the paper towel. Okay, let's add a little bit more of this in here. I wasn't going for a really dark. Remember, don't ever, when you have these ones with the ball bearing in it, if you tip it up like that, it's not going to come out. You got to kind of make sure your ball bearing stays back. So you want to not have it quite straight up and down. Yeah, that's a lot better. That's a lot better than the color we were getting. All right, making a mess. It's not crafting if you're not making a mess. So let's clean this up a little bit. I've always got a mess somewhere. Try to keep things clean. Okay, so I already did put my eyes in my Froggy. We're going to run this stuff through the vacuum chamber. Let's put, this is our clear that we're going to keep. Let's do this. We'll do this Starry Sky. We'll see what it kind of looks like alone. This one you really have to shake. The sediment really goes to the bottom in this one. I do have a little shaker thing over here we can put it on, vibrates it. See if that helps. Yep, that helped. Okay, so let's put some of this in. Once again, like I said, this is from Temu. This is the purple one. There's not a pink one, there's a red, but I figured purple will work since we're kind of doing a pinkish theme. Kind of just give that, kind of gives it the same kind of vibe as this one, but just a little lighter. If you can see, it kind of just gives it a little, I don't know. They're going to be somewhat similar, which we know, but that's okay. We're just going to see what we get. It, like I said, it might be like a stupid thing to even try, but that's how we figure out what we want to do, right? Is by just messing around with stuff. Sometimes it comes out beautiful, sometimes it don't come out so good. That's all right. All right, so this is our Marabou glitters. And that's kind of fun. It just give it a glitter. Let's give it a little more glitter. Ha ha! Can never have too much glitter, right? Glitter's awesome. All right, I'm going to get this all run through the vacuum chamber, get any bubble, because I stir like a maniac. So we're going to get all this run through the vacuum chamber, get it all cleaned up, or get it all bubble free. I'll get my space cleaned up here, and I'll be back, and we'll play with this frog, and we'll see if it even turns out. Okay, be back soon. All right, we are back. And got this all run through the vacuum chamber. I already put the clear in there because I was having, for some reason, everything else did pretty good except for the clear. It still had a lot of bubbles in it. It was really weird. Never had that happen before. So it's still a little kind of strange looking. I don't know if it was because it was like the bottom of my bucket, or not my bucket, the bottom of the resin. I don't know. But anyway, so what I thought we would do is we would just kind of take these and maybe kind of drizzle them through or something. Let's just kind of see what happens if we just take some of these and drop them down in there. I don't know if that black, I can see like something, like a black something right down there, but I'm wondering if it's on the outside of my mold, because I can't find it on the inside. But I thought we would just kind of maybe swirl some of these through there. Some thighs here. Just kind of, let me just swirl it through. Give it a little, I don't know. Like I said, I have no idea if this is even going to work, but it might be fun. Trying. It's always fun to play in resin, right? Take some of the arms here. And the feet. See what we get as we make a mess. I know I haven't done any of the darker color yet, but it's kind of, we might throw that in something else and kind of let this cure like this and then put a darker color on the back, because I'm actually kind of liking that, how it's going. Kind of fun. Just giving it a little swirl here and there. So I might find something else to put that pink in. And then we'll put, like I said, we'll put something else. When this cures up, we'll put something else on the back to bring these colors out. Obviously, that makes it so I already made too much. I knew I did, because I actually have a couple more of these frog molds. We could play around with some other colors here. Get that up in the head. Just see how they all turn out. Might be fun, might not. Like I said, we're just playing. Some of these fun colors up here in the toes. They probably won't stay up there because of gravity. And you young people will learn. As you get older, gravity is not your friend. All right, we'll make this our last, and then we'll let this cure, and then we'll put something on the back of it to bring this color out. I'll grab another frog mold, and we'll play with some more of this, see what we can come up with some other colors. Make sure we have plenty of, this is the glitter, so we want to make sure we have plenty of that, because we like glitter. Okay, let's give you a spritz, pop some of those bubbles that I made. Okay, so let's just put this out of the way. Let me grab another frog mold. Be right back. All right, frog molds. We have more. We're not going to put eyes in these ones because I don't want to take the time to do that while my resin is sitting out here getting warm and curing. Ugh. Jeez, messes. And we won't have any clear because I put all the clear in that one. So we won't have any clear to mess with. So we're just going to play with whatever. It's kind of fun how, see, brand new mold, old mold. So we're going to just use this old mold for this one. Make sure we don't have any creepy stuff hanging out in it, dust or anything. So let's start. Let's pour what's left of this glittery one in here, in our bottom. We'll get rid of that. Scrape it all out. Okay. Now, let's give that a spritz because we kind of caused some bubbles. Give it a little twirl around so it'll go like up in the thighs and stuff. Maybe if we can get some even up in the arms a little bit. There we go. Mess it around in there. Oh, that's not a... I'm going to try to use the frog to wipe on. Okay. Now, let's just kind of pour. We'll just kind of do a dumpy pour on this one instead of the other kind and see what we come up with. See what works better, the swishing it in or the dumping it in. That was empty. Let's just drizzle a little bit of this in here. See what happens with this. We'll have to use this to get it up under the head, up in the head. Okay, kind of give it a little swirly-dirly. Okay, now wipe that off. See if we can get some in the toes, in the tootsies. Like I said, gravity is not our friend unless you want it to be. Probably all run out of our toes, but we might have a little bit of color there. Who knows? Whoa, that was a lot. All right. Now we'll put that one over there. Let's use the old molds, since these are our play. Okay, said these won't have eyes, but we can put eyes on after. No biggie. I've been wanting to try that, how everybody's been saying that you can like drill out spots and put the eyes on after. I want to try that just because there's a lot of times that we all know sometimes it's hard to get those eyes with the UV resin right where you want them. So one day I'm going to have to try that. See how that works out. Okay, clean that one out. Let's put what's left of this one in there. This is just going to be our dump mold. How's that? Just so we don't waste anything. Alright, so that takes care of all that. Get in there. We don't want to waste anything. We got to get good to the last drop. Okay, that there for a second. Now, let's give that a little spritz, kill some of those bubbles that came up there. And then we'll even give it a little twirly-whirly. Okay. And then let's just finish it off with this metallic pinky color we made. It won't fill it up, but we will top everybody off after they've cured. Alright, another little twirly whirly, get some of that darker color down in there. It might have just all mixed together, who knows, but that's alright, because this is just a see what we get one. Okay, I will let all these cure up, then we will be back to put a back coat on them to see what we decide to do, and yeah, then we'll get to demolding them, which is the best part of all. So we will see you soon. Okay, these have all cured up. Now, what I used for my, I'm just going to put black on the back of them, and I just used the Let's Resin black epoxy, part A, part B, 1-to-1 ratio, because I didn't want to get out all the other stuff. So I thought I'd just bring you back really quick to fill these up. Not that it's anything you haven't seen before, but thought I'd let you know, fill them up with you, let you know what I used, and go from there. Hopefully these will turn out pretty cool. Wow, maybe I made up 6 ounces. Maybe I didn't make up enough. Might have to make up a little more. Probably will. Even with scraping, we're not going to have enough, I can tell. I won't bring you back for that, though. I just wanted to show you what I was doing and that what I used to fill them up with. And then, so I will see you guys back on demold. Alright guys, all these have cured up. I'm going to kind of see which one, I don't remember which one was the one that, you really can't tell. This one looks like the one that we, so let's First we'll unmold these. These were just leftovers of the black, and then I added some of this Mermaid Shimmer polarized red in there to give it a different color. Pretty cute. I love this little frog. He has a little ladybug, or all my people in the UK, they call it the ladybird. Anyway, he's pretty cute though. He's really cute when I get him all fixed up. See how this little guy turned out. Let's see. Get it over his little thighs there. Knees, thighs, whatever they are. He's cute too. What I do with these guys too, because they are a matte mold, I just paint some UV resin on it. And that shines them up really good, makes them really pretty. And then I usually just put a magnet on the back. I usually put a little gem for their eyes, for this one's eyes. This one I paint their eyes, his eyes on. But anyway, there's those two little guys. Let's see what we have with these guys. I think this is one of the new molds, so he's going to take me a second. They're always stiffer. Maybe he's not a new mold, I can't tell. Might be one of the old molds. Get these toes out. Tootsie tootsie toes. Ah. Come on. Break the suction on in here. Goodness. There we go. Finally. Okay, let's see how this one turned out. Could have probably filled him up a little bit. We have a little... Oh, that's kind of weird. I mean, it looks kind of cool, but it's kind of weird in a way, too. Get some eyes on him and stuff. I don't know. Definitely different. Alright. So this one doesn't have eyes in it, so he would be... Because the one that I did for our main one has eyes. This one's going to have a lot of cleanup on its toes. Got some definite overspill here. Goodness. Oh, goodness gracious. Maybe. All right, got that one out. All right, let's see what this one turned out like. Oh, that one's a little funner. Kind of looks like this one, but just a little shinier. Well, and I put the red up in its toes, so that made it a little different, but that's interesting. Wow, we really got some cleanup on those toes. Anyway, those two are definitely interesting with what we did. Let's hope this one turned out really cool, because this was our main event. Yeah, those toes popped out easy. Okay, here we go. Oh, interesting. That's kind of fun. Got it. Actually got the eyes in a good spot. Sometimes I'm really bad with that. No bubbles under the chin. We did good there. We do have some cleanup on her tootsies to do. Actually, it's kind of fun. You can see the purple in there and the glitter. Wow, that's kind of cool. She's got a glittery bum. Yeah, I kind of like that. She kind of looks, I don't know, that's kind of really fun. I hope you guys can see it like I can. Get the glare off of it. See if we can get the glare off. Here, let's see if I turn my light out if you can see her better. You see her better? Kind of fun. Interesting, huh? Yeah. All right. I like her. She probably needs a little blinging. We all love blinging, right? Let's see if we can get some of this out from between her toes. Yeah, it's going to come out okay. All right, let me get these guys cleaned up. Give it a little thought of what I want to do to dress them up a little bit. And then I will get back to you. All right, I fixed these up. I just put some temporary tattoos on the back of these two. I didn't want to do a whole bunch to them because, I don't know, they're not my favorite. But I did put some eyes. I just cut the round spot off and then glued those on. I don't know if that's the way you're supposed to do it or not, but it worked. And then on this one, she's got a crown. She's got a butterfly on her nose. I had to put a flower there because she had like a weird, like there was like a scratch or something on her arm. I don't know what it was. And then I put a flower here and a flower on her leg. So that is my froggies for Froggy Friday. So don't forget that Froggy Friday is a collaboration. It's hosted by Karen at the Dragon's Cave, Lisa Girl in the Garage, Gert at Gert Creates, Tim the Bass Resonator, and Lula at Nerd Goblin Art. And then there's a description. In my description box, you can get the link to click on the Froggy Friday collaboration and see everybody else's Froggy Fridays, what they've created for Froggy Friday. So anyway, one last thing. Don't forget, always embrace your chaos. See you next time. Love ya. Bye.